Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're doing Brandish 2. It's a Japanese only. We're going to see if that's going to make a difference or not. Hopefully, maybe the game got improved a lot because I really had high hopes for it when we first started playing it. So let's see what happens, shall we? At least it got translated, so that's really good, because apparently there's a lot more talking now than there was in the first one. And you can speed through this, which is also nice. Good God, that's a lot of gold. 1.8 million gold. I really hope they fixed the controls. Like, they did not. It actually seems worse. Because now you have a giant freaking thing in the screen. The door's a monster. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't get what they did here. I don't understand. Alright, why are we not picking the item up? There we go. Picked it up, but we got a fist. So, they still kept the very poorly done equipment status. So this one we don't break open. This one is just... So it really is, like, this was their design choice that they liked for whatever reason. I mean, I like that there's a lot more going on. We've got more stuff. And then now we actually have an experience bar, so to speak. I like how they broke down everything a lot better. Like, they made so many improvements to the game. But yet, they decided that they really liked... Like, yeah, this is kind of on the ability to do the mouse thing. They really just made it to where they wanted to... Okay, so if you hold down L or R, we can strafe. So we can walk sideways, back and forth. So you can hold the button down, pure one direction. But in order to like pick up stuff, you have to turn around. Wow, you guys, you have no health in this one, or the monsters are way, oh, we gotta start all over again. I really, really, really wish they did not do what they did. Like, this game would be actually decent if it wasn't the way you move around. I hate the way things move. And maybe it may just be fine for other people. Like, it could just be a me thing. Like, all the things considering, maybe I just cannot stand the way the game plays because of that. But you gotta understand, like, you gotta look at things, you know, not just you moving around a map, but everything else that entails, i.e. combat. Like, the biggest thing is, it is an action-y game, right? And on top of, and with that being said, trying to fight things where you have to do these weird spin-arounds and turns and everything really just makes things very difficult. But at least this is more in depth. You understand why you're here, kind of. More things on people talking. Like, this is just a huge upgrade to the other game. Except for the fact that you still control like this, which I think is one of the worst options you can have in a game like this. Press L and R to recover. Beware, monsters can attack while resting, huh? I mean, otherwise the game functions the same way it did before. We're not fighting that damn spider because he whooped our ass. Already getting so turned around. I hate this. I hate it so much. I'm going to spend most of the game strafing and looking like an idiot because we're facing one way. Oh, see, yeah, we're already discombobulated. Okay, that was where that was. Alright, so we're there. Like, yeah, the map is there, but the map is actually still pretty garbagey, too. They did have an arrow to show which way you're pointing. So that's a big improvement over the other one, too, because, yeah, you see the map, but because of the way everything functions, the map stays put even though you rotate. So you could start in one direction because you're thinking you're turning that way, but you're really not because you're, like, the whole thing is just very... I was going to see if that did anything. And again, trying to talk to somebody, just everything is so hard because of the controls. I can't state that enough of just how much it ruins the game. Like, I would actually really enjoy this game, and I think we'd have a good time with it if it didn't play the way it did. Because, yeah, playing the game like this is so ridiculously stupid. I mean, there's still a lot more going on than the first one. Like, the game is dramatically improved. But just not in the one way that matters. Oh, that's right. Although this is so stupid. You can't fight anything because everything one-shots you. Like this whole thing... the other one you actually got to do stuff. You got to fight and do everything. Here, it's like, attack. They attack back, you're dead. Like this is ridiculous. Or am I not paying attention to my health and for whatever reason we didn't rest? We'll give it one more. But, like, it's getting to be very obnoxious. I think possibly I just expected myself to be full health. And I didn't notice that maybe we are not full health. And now we got to rest. And maybe that's what's going on. I would hope so. I think that's probably what's going on. Is I was looking at everything else, assuming that we had full health because every other game starts you full. And maybe this one doesn't. So, we shall see. I have to assume that's what's going on. And I'm hoping that's what's going on because otherwise, what the fuck? Yeah, okay. That's what's going on. Fair enough, alright. That was the one thing I didn't pay attention to or notice. But now we did. Alright, works for me. Alright, we aren't talking to anybody right now because we already did. We're going to talk to the one main dude again. Just because he might actually matter. Move, dude. Move. Move. This is the one downside of them putting in all these NPCs is now we're at the mercy of their randomized movements. Alright, so we're just going around in circles. There's a door here. Alright, well, let's, get the key. Walk around. At least they added the strafing, so that's... I mean, kind of a bonus, I guess you could say. Like, I don't know. Yeah, see, strafing, like, I'm trying to go and... There's the main dude. Yeah, the map, even though it's a good, like, kind of reference, but it's not overly well done either. Nothing in this game is extremely well done. It would... I just can't stress that it would be such a fun game if it controlled properly. Like, I mean, I say that in a thing where properly is, of course, subjective. And, you know, this may... Like I said, it may not matter to anybody else. and this could just be just fine for other people. I can't, like... Is it that door? Yeah, alright, we're just gonna... Okay, so we have these Kaiser fists that I can't use. I don't know what that does, if anything. I mean, obviously it has to do something, right? But... Alright, we're gonna go this way towards this door. We are picking a lot more weapons than we did the first game. But again, like, the other thing that really bothers me is how apparently fragile every single thing in this game is. Yeah, see, this is so frustrating. This is combat. Like, this is so annoying for combat. It's not even funny. And everything really is so, like, just disorientating when you're bouncing around and all the doors everywhere and stuff. You just lose sight of everything when you're... And again, I don't like that they didn't bother to keep the chest open. That's annoying. Yeah, like, the game has a lot of potential, and if you're okay with this, I think you'll have a good time with it. But honestly, like, if there wasn't combat, it wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, see, like, we're getting twisted around. Yeah, I can't. I just... The game has so much potential, but the fact that you move so shitty, so badly, that, like, this combat with the holes and stuff, and you're trying to spin around, and enemies are moving around, and it doesn't work. I'm sorry, it just does not work. It has such potential. It seems like it could be a lot of fun, but the fact that they added combat, especially like this, multiple enemies, with hazards, all at once, with the fact that you spin around and everything just alters and changes. It changes so much of the gameplay as opposed to being able to just freely move, that it really, really just kills the game. It really does. And like, try it for yourself, see what you think about it. I really feel like there are still people that wouldn't mind it, might actually enjoy it, but I think as an overall, 90% of the people that play this, I think, are going to have the same feelings I do, that the game would be better, but the controls kills it and just really makes it just, I mean, it's playable. Like, I'm not going to say unplayable, but just so, it takes you out and you just don't enjoy it very much, is what it kind of boils down to. Is it makes the game so much just annoying and frustrating to where you can't really enjoy it, you can't really get into it. Like, you'll start trying to get into it and then something like this happens and it just pulls you completely out and you're just like, this is going to happen so often, I don't even want to bother with it anymore. So with that being said, I don't want to bother with it anymore. The game had potential. It's still kind of there. If you can get past the movement, I say give it a go. It has the ability to be a really fun, playable game. But I feel like most people will not get past movement, especially when it comes to the combat. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. Till next time, have a good one.